Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Breakdown. And as always, I like professional wrestling. Today, I'm going to do, I actually forgot I was actually going to do this. Let's talk about NXT Chicago TakeOver 2. I think I said that completely backwards. NXT TakeOver Chicago 2. Okay, nice comment, wife. Trying to. Hey, there we go. Got rid of her comment. I'm asleep. Anyways, so I'm going to talk about NXT Chicago 2. I checked it out. I started watching it at work. Um, wow, really good show. I, they deliver it constantly. It started out with Undisputed Era, came out, crowd was super into Undisputed Era. Interesting though that Danny Burch and Orny Lorcan just crowd doesn't like them. I mean, it kind of surprises me because Orny Lorcan's pretty cool, and I would assume that most of the smart marks would like him. But I mean, I can kind of understand Danny Burch. He's kind of plain Jane. But Orny Lorcan should be over, man. I mean, when he hits a stiff shots and stuff like that, I mean, yeah, I would think he'd be over, man. And even the lame, applause at the end of the match, like they didn't get very much, and they immediately go to the commercial. That's what they gotta watch. They gotta watch that because they try and get these people over. And a lot of these indie darlings, like, yeah, they're going to be popular. They're going to be way more popular than the people that you have that are sort of homegrown, not really. They've come from other places that aren't really well known. Like, Danny Burch is from the UK. I'm sure people in the UK know who he is if they follow wrestling because they probably go to shows in England and Britain and wherever he wrestled at. And they kind of probably follow his work. Orny Lorcan, he's an American, and he's, I'm pretty sure Orny Lorcan's an American. Um, and he's pretty kind of a homegrown talent from NXT, I think, for the most part. I mean, he probably wrestled other places, I'm sure, because he's kind of way too good to be a homegrown talent. If he is, then kudos to him. But yeah, good match. It was a really, really good match. It was better than what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be pretty much almost a squash match. But probably, I kind of, this is what my perception of it. How long the match with Shayna Baszler and Nikki Cross was, I kind of figured that's what was going to happen in this match. And this would be kind of the blah match. And all the other matches would be, way off the charts. Because usually there's this one that's kind of like, meh. They didn't put a whole lot into it because they knew the other matches were going to be, very, very long and, have great, spots in them and things like that. Which everything has a couple good spots in it. But then we get the Ricochet Velveteen Dream match number 2, second match on the card, which surprised me that the women didn't start to show off, or was it the second card on the thing? Because all the other matches were pretty heavy contenders for being near the top of the card. Besides the tag team match, tag team match usually does start off NXT. It's usually the way it works. So that kind of didn't surprise me a lot, but it kind of baffles me. They always put the women's championship like right in the middle of the card. I think sometime they should probably start off with it, to be completely honest. But I guess it's kind of like they try and put, I would think you'd want to put them in order of, the most hype, to be completely honest. And if that was the case, Velveteen, I mean, Alistair, I think, would have went on like second. The championship would have been the second match on the card, to be completely honest. I mean, they would have had to did that, and then they would have had to probably put the tag team match. Well, tag team match is kind of hype because people were kind of probably into that a little bit. I don't know. Anyway, tag match is really good. Undisputed Era retained the championships. I don't think anybody thought that Orkin and Birch would have won the tag team titles unless they were going to go a different direction and flip Undisputed Era to chase those titles. That could be the only reason why I would have seen them getting the belts. The other flip of this is in Velveteen Dream Ricochet. Wow, what a match. And a lot of people thought that Velveteen might win, but I think more people were leaning towards Ricochet has got to get a win. He hasn't had a win yet in a singles match yet in NXT. it's kind of. I mean, I think he's probably won on the show, whatever. I missed a few weeks, so that's why. Sometimes I get busy. Go watch it. Oh yeah, I got a video. I know NXT is so exciting. I shouldn't be hunting in a video about it. NXT. But yeah, Velveteen Dream, Ricochet, definitely one of the best matches of the night. Like I said, I liked the tag match, but I wasn't invested in the tag title match too much. Velveteen Dream and Ricochet was one of the matches I was excited for. And to be honest, I kind of liked it more than the Ciampa Gargano match. It was good. The Ciampa Gargano match is good, and I'll get to that in a second. But Velveteen Dream and Ricochet, it's just been hyped and hyped and hyped and hyped and hyped. It lived up to everything. It was a great match. I loved it. Every little part of the story was being told, and it was just good. Even I think the mess ups, because I think there was a couple mess ups somewhere in the match. But they were able to snafu it and correct themselves to where it didn't look too bad. So, good. Kudos to them. Kudos to them. And a lot of it, I think, was Velveteen, but I think a couple times Ricochet just tries to go too fast sometimes. And he doesn't have to slow it down, but he's got to make sure the other person can keep up with him. And he's got to be able to kind of slow it down, sort of, to work in the WWE. I think that he's not going to slow it down, but like I'm saying, like if he has to do a certain move, he's going to have to make sure they're ready for it. There's parts in the match where I thought that Velveteen was not ready for the move that he was going to perform, and vice versa as well. Ricochet wasn't ready for what Velveteen was about to give to him, so I don't know. Then we get the women's title match. The women's title match was probably the most disappointing match of the card. Nikki Cross came in there. I thought they could have put more of a wrestling match on. I know Nikki can wrestle. We all hear about how great she is. You know, she's great on the mic. She's a great wrestler in the ring, we've heard. But I haven't seen that 5-star classic or that 4-star classic or even the 3.5-star classic from Nikki Cross to have me go, holy shit. You know, I enjoyed when she wrestled Asuka and the Iconic Duo in a a fatal 4-way match. That was pretty interesting. It was kind of all everywhere, and it was a good match. I think she did well. She played her part well, and that's where I kind of think they were missing here. She was in the ring with Shayna Baszler, and something was missing. Like, I don't know what happened. There should be something more there. I know she's psychotic. I know she's supposed to be crazy, but she still can have a logical sense in her body to wrestle the champion and want that championship. And I think that's where it kind of got lost in the shuffle, and that she just didn't care. She didn't have the fight in her to beat the champion. That's basically what I got from the match. I don't understand, though. Why would she not want to fight for everything to get to that rope and to break out of that hold? I know it's her finisher, Shayna's finisher, and it's supposed to be really strong. Nobody can get out of it, whatever. And even if she was going to pass out, I mean, whatever. There should have been more fighting involved. And they kind of, like I said, they kind of just cut it short. They didn't get to wrestle too much. They should have had another 5 minutes. Cut some off the Ciampa Gargano match. So yeah, super disappointed with that. I think we all knew Shayna was going to retain. I mean, there's a possibility that, you know, Nikki could have won, but I think a lot of people knew it was going to be Shayna. But then we get Aleister Black and Lars Sullivan. This match, I kind of this is what I thought. I really, really like this match. I like where Lars Sullivan is going. I don't think he was quite ready for a championship match. I think they should have held off. But they went ahead with it. I think it was a good showing. He showed what he can do. He's worthy of a championship match if he gets called to the main roster tomorrow. Bear with me. He would be good for one of those one-off pay-per-views where the championship was not in the main event. Like, let's say you get a guy like Seth Rollins and you got everybody's busy. You put Lars Sullivan in there with Seth Rollins. Seth goes over. No big deal. They have a good match, but it's nothing nobody is going to cough about or make a scene about. It was just a good match. And that's kind of what this was. It was a good match. They had their spots. They had their moments. It was really good, though. They had their... Lars did what he did. He did what a big man does. I think there's a couple times, though, that The big man part is what you got to sell. And he's almost there. He's almost there. They just need to make sure he acts like a big man. When Braun Strowman gets drop kicked, he shrugs it off. Lars Sullivan should do the same thing. He shouldn't be knocked down by a wimpy kick or something like that. That shouldn't be what takes him down, to be completely honest. I did like the ending, sort of, but why he was just like not fighting and saying, kick me, I don't understand. I didn't understand that part. The ending was kind of funky for me. There should have been something else there at the end. I don't know what they would have done differently, but they should have been like, he should have been trying to fight him or something, or trying to catch his leg or something. I have no idea. And maybe have him kick the head away and do another spinning kick to knock him out or something. I don't know idea. But yeah, really good title match. I enjoyed it very, very much. Was that the only match? I think that was it. Then we get to Gargano and Ciampa. Let's come to the table. Let's have a come to Jesus meeting, okay? So, two guys, they're feuding, okay? And first of all, let me tell you this. If you want to bring these guys up at a perfect time and do the perfect thing to get them over, don't do anything. Literally, don't do anything. Just have Gargano or Ciampa show up on Raw. The other one shows up on Raw and attacks them. The feud continues. Just move it on to Raw. That's all you gotta do. Have them both show up on Raw. Have them continue the feud on Raw. All you gotta do. You would get them over instantly, because they would have a match on Raw on a pay-per-view to open up the show, steal the show, let them have enough time to put on a burn the ring down match. Maybe just give them 12 minutes. Let them do a 12-minute match, but say, hey, go out there and act like you guys want to kill each other to get to the world title contract. Go. 12 minutes. Do it. They'll do it. They'll shock the world. They'll have a great match. In 12 minutes, they'll just sucker you in. And it'll be a great match. And plus, they'll be on Raw. And they'll be getting over like crazy on the flagship show. Be good. I mean, move to SmackDown too, but they only got 2 hours. They're not going to get much time. And, you know, SmackDown's always seemed like the B show. And they don't put a lot of people from SmackDown on the big show. Seems like. Oh, God. I don't know why. Anyways. With that out of the way, the match was good. Here are the cons to it, okay? A lot of pausing. I know you're trying to tell a story, okay? But there was a lot of drawn-out pauses. There was a referee checking on the other guy while the other guy goes and gets a weapon. A lot of pausing. Looking at stuff. Is he going to do it? And that's great. It's great storytelling. But when you do it all throughout the match, it gets a little bit boring. Every single moment was a thought-out process. He looks at the lamp. Is he going to turn the lamp on? Who gives a fuck? Grab the fucker and hit him with it. I don't care. I don't care about the story. Have the street fight. You guys technically already had a street fight. Or what the hell do they call it? They already had one. So I'm kind of confused why they had another street fight to begin with. Whatever. I wasn't excited when they announced the match. The match was good. I don't know if it's as good as what people were talking about, though. Definitely doesn't match any of the other ones they did. This one was more of a storytelling thing. And I just wasn't into it. After seeing a match from, Undisputed Era and, Orny Larkin and Danny Burch, and then you've seen, Velvet Dream and Ricochet, great matches. The letdown of the women's title match, where you're like, oh, that's what they gave us? Okay, awesome. Then you get the world title match, which is okay, but sort of average in the end. How it ended, kind of funkiness. A good ending, but there's something missing there. I still liked it, but yeah. And then they give us Gargano and Ciampa in the main event again. Great. I'm ready for the greatest match I can ever see. But then, like I said, all the pausing, and I don't know what they're... And it dragged and dragged and dragged and dragged and dragged and dragged. You could have gave all that time to Nikki Cross and Shayna Baszler, but you didn't give it. You gave it to these guys, and what are they going to do with them? Who knows? You've taken away all this time from all the other people that could be on NXT doing shit. Like War Raiders and I don't even know. Like, who else is there? Cassius Ohno? And who else? Leo Rush. I don't know if he's like officially on 205 Live yet or not. But other people that could be on there wrestling. Fabio Arkenreicher, whatever his name is, he could be wrestling. Adam Cole could be wrestling. Any of the UK people could be wrestling. But no, they're going to drag this feud out until next century because we say we like the match. Great. Sorry, checking the time. Great. Anyways, so my thoughts on NXT TakeOver Chicago number deuce was that it was a good show. It was definitely a good show. There's some things that you can take away and go, wow, can't believe they did that. But overall, it was a good show. It was better than what we usually get from WWE. They usually give us a crapshoot. You never know what you're going to get. You get Bobby, the Dolphin Hunter, defeating Jim, the person who's super over at the crowd, gets beat by the guy that just showed up last week for no reason. That's what we get from the WWE main roster. It's weird. I mean, let's think about what we got. We got No Way Jose, who did some extremely awesome stuff in NXT, pisses off into obscureness in NXT, disappears. Literally almost a year, he disappeared. Goes to the main roster, wins a couple matches. He's a jobber now. Healthy paycheck, I guess, but I don't know. If I was going to be a wrestler, I probably wouldn't want to be a jobber. I'd probably go somewhere else. I'd probably just go, see ya. Just let my contract expire, and I'm going to go somewhere else. Evidently, you guys don't want me to wrestle. You guys want me to be a complete dumbass. And that's what they made him. That's what I'm saying. You get from the main roster. You get weird shit. Baron Corbin should be fucking world champion, to be honest. If I was booking the year now, Corbin would be world champ on SmackDown. Right now. That's what I would do. And he'd probably be a babyface, to be completely honest. I told the story. Go back and look on the channel. I said how I would turn Corbin babyface. It would have worked. It would have worked. Nope. Said you're just gonna, because he said some backstage shit, you're gonna job him to John Cena and make him lose the Money in the Bank. I hated that. You wasted it. And I hope to God to give Corbin a briefcase at some point in the near future again, or he gets a title shot, because I think it's bullshit that he didn't get the world championship. I think it was his time, and I don't know. I think it was just a lot of backstage politics going on. So whatever. Anyways, NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, Chicago. My bad. NXT TakeOver Chicago number 2. Great, wonderful, great pay-per-view. Not overly great. Not gonna go down in the annals of time as the greatest NXT pay-per-view of all time, but it was pretty good. So keep rocking. Hope you guys liked your review. Let me know your thoughts down below on the pay-per-view, what you thought about it. I'll catch you guys later. And hope you keep watching NXT. I would say. Who would see NXT TakeOver Chicago 2 and be like, no, not watching it no more. Not a fan. Later.